How is a former MVP and triple-double legend still unsigned? Today, I am exposing everything. How Russ went from absolute MVP chaos to suddenly being too much for the league, and all the behind-the-scenes moves that are keeping him off a team. And honestly, this isn't just about basketball anymore. It's bigger, messier, and way more ridiculous than anyone's talking about. Wait till you hear how LeBron's behind all of this. Stephen A. wasn't lying. Because honestly, how is Russell Westbrook still unsigned? It makes no sense. The guy literally opted out of a $4 million deal with Denver, thinking he'd find a team that actually wanted to use him. And now, it's October, and the man doesn't even have a locker. He was supposed to be that veteran spark for a contender. That guy every team says they need for his leadership, energy, and experience. But when the Nuggets reportedly told him he'd barely play next season, he said nah. He'd rather bet on himself than sit quietly at the end of the bench.
I thought he had something guaranteed or something already in the books, like somebody's interested. For you to opt out, from what I heard is that they were not planning on to play him at all this year, even behind certain guys that he should be above.
And you know what? That's peak Russ. Prideful, competitive, and maybe a little stubborn. But that's the same mentality that made him who he is. Still, here's the weird part. No one else called. It's like the league suddenly decided he's too much trouble to touch. And I don't buy that it's all about basketball. You're telling me there's no team in the NBA that could use Westbrook's intensity for 15 minutes a night? Not one? So the question becomes bigger than he can't shoot, or he doesn't fit modern spacing. Something else is happening here. Something behind the scenes that's turning one of the most relentless players of this generation into a free agent nobody wants to claim. And to really understand how crazy that is, you've got to remember who Russell Westbrook used to be. Because this fall only feels shocking when you know how high he once climbed. You can say whatever you want about Russell Westbrook today, but at his peak there was nobody like him. Nobody.